Alright, so Atomic Heart is like a combination of bioshock gameplay with the gun customization and cartoon animation of a Fallout. And it's actually a pretty solid and fun first person shooter. Now, the game runs incredibly well. I did not encounter any stutters or hitches. It's a very smooth performance. That's very refreshing to say. However, the game does not include what we expect from AAA titles like ray tracing and HDR. However, ray tracing will be later in an update confirmed by the developer. So that's probably why the game runs so smooth right now, because lately ray tracing has caused a bit of stutter. So now on your initial boot up, the game does take about 3 to 4 minutes to compile shader on an NVMe, so expect that. Now it does support DLSS2 and DLSS3 frame generation along with FSR. And it also does natively support gameplay in ultrawide, along with cutscenes and menus and everything, including the loading screen is in ultrawide. So this is one of those rare perfect ultrawide support in AAA games. Now, the first thing that you will immediately notice when you boot up the game is the incredible low FOV by default. Now, the game does not include any sort of FOV slider, so if you're sensitive to low FOV, and you will be getting a headache rather quickly. So, however, there is a quick fix for the FOV by the author of Flawless Widescreen, so be sure to grab that, and you can see the huge difference here between the in-game default and with the fix by the modder of Flawless Widescreen. When it comes to the display mode, the game does support Windows full screen and full screen, but right now I noticed that full screen, the DLDSR doesn't seem to be working. It just auto detects your desktop resolution. So even if you change it to a DLDSR resolution in full screen mode, it does not seem to change anything. So right now that is not working. Alright, so in terms of control, it is a first person shooter, so all the keys are pretty much by default, everything you expect from a first person shooter. Everything is rebindable, including the mouse, and I found all the default keys to be perfect for the game. And if you happen to be playing on a PS5 controller, you can turn on the prompts on and off in the settings. Now, in terms of the gameplay, the shooting feels pretty good. However, I'm a little disappointed with the feedback of the guns and especially the sound, the audio. It lacks a little bit of a punch. The hit detection feels a little soft. I'd like it to be a little bit more impactful. But other than that, the gunplay feels good. If you don't like the constant chatter between the protagonist and his glove, that could be an issue as well because there's going to be a lot of chatter between the two. So if you don't like that kind of stuff, then you might be turned off by this game because yeah, there is a ton of chatter between you and the glove. So I think if the gameplay looks interesting to you, it's definitely worth a rental because like I said, the game is pretty solid. And as if it's worth a buy, I'm not quite sure because it is missing some key features, like I said, in the graphical department. And if you don't like using a third party program to get that FOV fixed, then you are stuck with a really, really low FOV. And I'm pretty sure anybody will get a headache from it. So, all right, guys, that is my quick take on Atomic Heart. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks again for watching. Bye.